Hi, and welcome to Uncle Scott's Pancast Podcast, Episode 6, Thanksgiving Holiday Week Edition. Now, it's 2020. It's been a heck of a year for a lot of people. Are we still going to be thankful? Yes, we are. We're going to do the best we can. Now, see if this sounds like you and your family. Normally, Thanksgiving is the holiday where I take my wife and my son and we travel across the country to see my mom, my dad, my aunt, my brother and sister and their families. But this year, it's just too much risk. We're not going to be able to do that. It's been over a year since I've actually seen my family, so that's kind of rough. I don't like that. But to make the best of this situation, what we're kind of doing this year is we're going to make some of those foods that I would normally eat, that my mom would normally fix for Thanksgiving holidays. We're going to make those here ourselves. What's the old line from the song? If you can't cook with the ones you love, cook something you love with the ones you're with. Now, I can do a pretty good job of reproducing the food molecules pretty closely to what my mom produces. However, it's still going to taste better if your mom fixes it for you. One of the things I put up earlier this week was a video for some southern cornbread dressing. If you've never tried that, it is well worth the effort. Now, it's not a difficult recipe, but there are a bunch of steps. You have to make homemade cornbread and homemade biscuits. They in turn become ingredients for that dressing. Now when I made it, I was thinking to myself, I absolutely love this dressing. Why don't I make this more often? The reason is it takes about 3.5 hours to make it. So there's nothing in that recipe that's overly difficult, but there are a lot of steps. So that recipe video goes through each of those in quite a bit of detail. Then I was also thinking about sweet potato casserole. Why don't I make that more often? The answer is it's absolutely disgusting. I hate it, and once a year is plenty. Yuck. Now, I put that video up a couple of days ago. I'm already getting a lot of feedback about it. People are writing in and adding their tips, their variations that their family makes. If you do try it, make sure you list your variations below. Maybe we can all learn a new trick or two. A few people say they add walnuts or pecans to their dressing. I've never tried that before. Some people add cranberries. Some people add more sage. A fellow named Bloodgain wrote in and said, he adds melted butter to his dressing. Now, can you ever go wrong with more melted butter? No, you can't. Another good side dish we always have at Thanksgiving and at Christmas is 3-bean salad, except for I make mine with 4 beans, so I call it 4-bean, 3-bean salad. Definitely check that one out. Only about 15 minutes of prep time. It's got some sweet, it's got some acidity. It's a great side dish with heavy Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday food. Now let's do a little quick tip about deep frying. I've reviewed a couple of deep fryers around here. The T-Fal Easy Clean model has oil storage. Other good quality fryers don't. I've had people write in and ask me what to do with the oil. One easy thing you can do is get a filter funnel. Now there's no moving parts to these. Lots of different models work just fine. Look for one with a couple of different filter adapters so you can filter out different size particles out of your oil. But what I do is when I use that T-Fal Odorless model, which doesn't have oil storage, I let that oil cool down, I run it through a filter funnel back into the jug it came in, and then I just write on the front of the jug the date and what I cooked in that oil and keep it in the fridge. And that way you can get a couple more uses out of your frying oil. Okay, for our mini review, or what I want to call 30 seconds of knowledge, let's take a look at roasting pans since we're roasting turkeys this week. I've been using this Calphalon. It's a stainless steel tri-ply. It's got handles that you can grip easily even when wearing mitts. It comes with a non-stick coating on the rack. Makes cleanup a little bit easier. Makes a nice turkey. And my wife takes the roasting pan with the turkey drippings, puts it directly on the stove top, and makes gravy directly in the roasting pan. So I like that. Good heavy-duty quality Calphalon stainless steel roasting pans. Give them a thumbs up. You know what that is? That's my click finger. I'm warming it up for Black Friday sales. If I see any screaming deals, I'll try and get those linked up on UncleScottsKitchen.com. Maybe blast out a quick pancast. I'm not sure about that yet. It's 2020. Enjoy your family as best you can. Be as thankful as you can be. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you again next time on Uncle Scott's Pancast Podcast.